behind the scenes of every single online bet, there's this incredibly powerful technology at work. It's an AI with a really fascinating and, frankly, ethically complicated job. So today, we've got to ask, is this AI a force for good, or is it something, well, a lot more cynical?
Okay, I want you to picture this. You're online, maybe playing some slots, maybe it's poker, and you are just chasing that one big win. You can feel it, it's right around the corner. We've all felt that pull, haven't we? And the scene is probably pretty familiar. It's late. You've had a really tough day at work, and you're just trying to unwind, maybe change your luck. Your judgment, it's probably not at its absolute sharpest. And then suddenly, you're here. Your balance is 0 again, and you're about to make your third deposit in just under an hour. Your finger is hovering over that button, but what if, in that exact split second, something was watching you? Yeah, not a person, an algorithm, a totally unseen watcher that has been quietly analyzing every click, every bet, and every single deposit you've made all night. This is what's called gambling AI. Now, its official purpose is to be a player protection system. It's an algorithm built to crunch data on your behavior in real time, and it's looking specifically for those classic signs that a gambler might be in distress. And this isn't science fiction, folks. This is happening right now on a massive scale. So this brings us right to the heart of the matter, the big question we're tackling here. Is this technology a guardian angel, something designed to protect us from ourselves? Or is it more like a digital big brother with a much more calculated agenda? So how in the world does this actually work? Let's break it down. These systems, they don't see your face. They don't know your name. All they see, all they care about is your digital footprint. And this AI is tracking a whole bunch of different things. For example, are you suddenly playing at 3 in the morning? Is your betting speed getting faster and faster, kind of frantic? It's also looking at your deposits. Are they getting more frequent, bigger? And here's a huge one. It can tell when you're chasing losses by instantly redepositing the second your balance hits 0. It can even see if you suddenly switch to those really high-risk, all-or-nothing games. So the whole process really boils down to 3 simple steps. First, the AI tracks your unique digital footprint using all those markers we just talked about. Then, it compares your patterns to this enormous database from millions of other players, including people who eventually needed help. And finally, it calculates a risk score just for you, right there, in real time. Now, on the surface, this sounds amazing, right? This is what we'll call the guardian angel argument. It's presenting the tech as this proactive safety net, designed to step in right when a player needs it the most. You can think of it like a digital arm on your shoulder. It's a tool that can step in precisely at that moment when a player's own judgment is getting a little clouded by emotion or just being tired. So if your risk score crosses a certain line, the system can actually intervene. It could be a simple pop-up message suggesting you take a break, or maybe an automated email nudging you to set some deposit limits. In more serious cases, it could even enforce a mandatory 24-hour cool-off period. For some people, these little automated checks could be a much-needed wake-up call. But, and this is a big but, here is where the picture starts to get really murky. Let's flip over to the other side and look at the big brother argument, and it all comes down to a fundamental conflict of interest. Here's the critical piece of the puzzle. These super expensive AI systems are built and paid for by the very same companies that make a profit when players lose money. And that one single fact, it changes the entire dynamic. So let's put these two views side by side. The guardian angel's goal? Player protection. The action? Intervene to help. But the big brother view suggests the real goal is profit maximization. And from this perspective, the AI doesn't intervene to help you. It intervenes to manage your decline, basically to keep you playing and losing for as long as possible. This forces us to ask a really uncomfortable question. Is the algorithm truly designed to step in the moment you get into trouble and stop you from losing? Or is it actually fine-tuned to only step in at the exact point where you're about to burn out and just quit for good? Is its real job to make your losses sustainable, to keep you on the hook as a profitable customer for as long as it possibly can? And this is the absolute key right here. Who sets that threshold for intervention? Let's say a player is losing $1,000 a month consistently. Is that player flagged as a problem? Or are they flagged as a VIP? You see, the AI is only as ethical as the business model that's paying for it. So in the end, we're left with this really uncomfortable duality.
The very some piece of technology can be a lifeline, offering genuine protection, or it can be a leash, giving these companies an unprecedented level of insight and, well, control over our behavior. And that leaves us with one final difficult question to really think about. When it comes to something as important as your own well-being, would you ever put your trust in an algorithm that was built by the house?